You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. And Martin joins us live in the studio. As always, it's great to have you here.
Great to be here. Thank you very much. And I've got some good news tonight.
Start off. I think you're going to talk about the grant scheme, aren't you? Yeah.
Now, this is a really weird story because it's a council actually talking about giving away money. Yes, you don't hear that very often, do you? But you're hearing it tonight right here on BRFM. We have the members' grant scheme that helps to support local community projects, and that once again is open. There's over £100,000 available throughout the scheme. Each of the borough council's 47 councillors has £2,400 to allocate during 2016-17. The scheme is administered by a young lady by the name of Brooke Butfield, who's well known on the island, former Miss Sheppey, and our very own princess within the ECS team. And so far already, since the 1st of March, 20 applications have been received and projects have been supported. Last year, 184 projects throughout Swale were supported with the Members Grant Scheme. And the message is, look it up, contact Brooke, check it out on the website, get the application form and apply now.
And I understand there's even more money for the community.
Yes, we've got a couple of more grant schemes. Must get this out very quickly. First of all, it's aimed at all those people that... there's quite a few people on the island that work and support with heritage groups. The Minster Gatehouse, Rose Street Cottage of Curiosities, Bluetown Heritage Centre, to name just a few. But anybody that's interested in heritage or delivering a community heritage project, there are heritage grant schemes available. This has already been quite popular. There's only £10,000 available in total on the scheme. The maximum grant you can apply for there is £1,000, and you do need to get in quick. There's 7 projects already being supported with that one. We move on swiftly to the culture grant scheme. So art, your world, sculpture, any definition of culture you can come up with. There's a culture grant scheme for community projects, and organisations are encouraged to apply. Again, the maximum amount available there is £1,000 per grant, only one grant per organisation, and currently there's still £7,300 remaining in that pot. So again, go online, speak to Brooke. I can give you a phone number right now. It's 01795 417 155. That's 01795 417 155. So speak to Brooke tomorrow. She'll send you the forms and get your application in. And the last pot of money that's being made available by Swale Borough Council to help community projects is for those that are continuing to organise commemorative World War I projects. And the council are supporting the centenary period of the World War I centenary from 2014 right up to 2018. So again, this year there's £15,000 available in a pot. We've already started to award some of that money, and there are it's open for grants up to £750 to support commemorative projects. So once again, get online, call the council, get your application in now.
Joined with Martin Goodhew, Project Officer, Swale Borough Council. And I know you next wanted to talk about tourism in Swale.
Well, the Isle of Sheppey's definitely been in the public eye recently on TV and on other, dare I say, other radio stations, I believe, today, promoting this wonderful isle, our treasure isle. That's the Isle of Sheppey. And obviously wanted to let people know how Swale Borough Council are supporting the tourism promotion, and how or who produces some of these area guides that some of you see. On the Isle of Sheppey, many of you know over the last few years the gallant work of Heather Thomas Pugh and the Sheppey Tourism Alliance, who've been working with the Kent Messenger Group to produce their Visit Sheppey guide. And I understand Joe Pearce and the team down at the Sheerness Times Guardian office have been pulling that together. So there will be that being produced this year, and it will go out not only with the paper but right across the county and to various other locations, and we help distribute that when people sort of write in and ask for written information. On the other part of the borough, we'll briefly mention Faversham, who've been working for years on this, have got a Faversham Enterprise Business Partnership. They've got Faversham Area Tourism Association, and they've got a very proactive Faversham Town Council. And together, over the years, they've now morphed into Visit Faversham, and they together commercially produced, with paid for advertising, the Visit Faversham Area Guide and the Visit Faversham Area Group Guides, and they are available, and we have them available on our information pages too. So where does the council fit in? So you've got Sheppey Tourism Alliance, you've got Visit Faversham, Town Council, business partnerships, everybody working together to help to promote the offer, the accommodation, the what's on, the things to do in our wonderful borough, which is so diverse, you know, from the market towns to the countrysides to our wonderful seaside island. Well, the council invest in and work in partnership with Visit Kent to go that step further. I upload all the tourism information to a microsite, that's Visit Swale, where we upload all the information of things to do, what events and accommodation providers right across the borough. And because we work in partnership, we share what they call the same content management system. So all the pictures, all the information that I upload automatically gets uploaded to Visit Kent. So anybody that's searching the Swale destination pages on Visit Kent, that's Faversham, Isle of Sheppey and Sittingbourne, they will also see exactly the same entries on those pages as they see in Visit Swale. Our investment with Visit Kent also sees Swale featuring on some of the international campaigns where Visit Kent go abroad, and obviously to the national tourism events, and we're there. People can find out about what's going on in Swale. Just a brief snapshot of how we're doing. Our Visit Swale website, obviously it's been growing. We've only launched it end of 2013. We relaunched this. Last month we had 3,655 unique website visits, and our most popular page, you will be pleased to know, was the Isle of Sheppey page, and our top referrals were to some of the island's businesses, the Ashcroft Coast Holiday Park and also the Sheerness Holiday Park. Other businesses, the Ferris House Inn, benefited from referrals from our websites, and indeed the good old Sweet Hut that does events but also its own activities. When they've done activities, we've posted information about them and referrals have gone on there. So it's onwards and upwards. We've in April we had 144 events or sort of activities, shall we say, and we had 124 things to do. And we only get that amount of information through our wonderful event or attraction organisers sharing that information. So tonight it is a big appeal to all those community event organisers, all our tourism attractions and accommodation providers. Please keep your information coming in, update your photos, provide us with your latest events and send them. We have a generic tourism inbox, which is tourismsupport@swale.gov.uk, or a phone number for further information, which is 01795 417 399.
You want to talk a little bit about heritage now?
Yeah, I mean, we're moving on from tourism, but one of the biggest impacts in our visitor economy, especially for the island, is our wonderful heritage. There's so much for people to see, and a lot of history, as we all know, especially if we live here on the island. And over the last couple of years, we've been recording, for all those number crunchers and boring statistic lovers, all the visitor and participation data, as we call it, for those people that have been coming and going to Bluetown Heritage Centre, the Gatehouse, the Guildhall Museum, and the recently opened aviation annex out there at East Church, and also the Sittingbourne museums and the Faversham museums. We've been collating all the visitor information to try and get some idea and value of the heritage attractions in our borough. And we've taken a few people by surprise, because some people's perception, dare I say, is Swale Heritage is a bit part-time, open 2 hours on a Saturday afternoon. Oh, Sydney-Bourne Kemsley Light Railway, it's a couple of blokes playing trains. Oh, it doesn't contribute to the economy very much at all. Well, I was determined to prove them wrong. And over the last 3 years, developed this set of figures and managed to get the cooperation of all the volunteer groups that run these things, because that's what you've got to remember. All these community heritage attractions are run by volunteers, and we really must acknowledge and thank them for doing that. So, get to these wonderful figures. I don't know if you want to put a finger in the wind. How many people would you say visited Swale's heritage attractions over the last year?
I don't know, but I assume it would be in the thousands, or hopefully.
Yeah, we're definitely talking thousands. Okay. As I said, visitors, children, special events, any activities, school visits, anything that the group's got involved in. All the Swale museums over the last year, 2015-16, their visitor and participation was 49,505. I'll say that again, 49,505 people either visited or participated in a Swale heritage attraction activity. Now, some people do the number crunching because there is an economic value to a visitor, because if somebody comes to the area and then because they want to go to Rose Street Cottage of Curiosities, well, they don't just go home, they go and have something to eat, or they say, well, while we're here, we've had a nice look, let's go and have a look at Bluetown Heritage. Oh, it's Saturday, let's go along to the Guildhall Museum in Queenborough. Oh, did you know that you could also go and see the aviation annex at Eastchurch? And it grows and grows. And what with the gallant work of Jenny Herkett in particular, I mention her because Jenny is now the Swale Museums Group chairman, and she's taking it forward and championing the heritage of Swale a little bit further. And I just really think it should be heralded, and everybody should know what a wonderful job these guys are doing.
You're, I think, sort of looking for people to send you pictures.
Yeah, the council and Visit Swale and the council's marketing and communications, where they produce that residents magazine Inside Swale, they're always looking for great pictures. Now, I follow some of the Isla Sheppey Facebook pages, and there are some fantastic pictures of sunsets and sunrises and the beautiful beaches with, and some wonderful wildlife that you see taken out at Elmley. Well, the council would love to share those pictures with the rest of the country and use them in some of either our websites or in some of our publications. Some people are very, very precious of their pictures, and obviously we would need to have their permission to use it, obviously the copyright, so they would have to give us, sometimes we can give them credits, but not always, that's the trouble. So if anybody would like to share their pictures with us so that we can feature them on Visit Swale, on Visit Kent, or on the council's website or a publication, please, we've got a dedicated email address for this, and it is pictureourplace, that's all one word, no gaps, just pictureourplace@swale.gov.uk. So please send your pictures in. If you're prepared to share them, please, in the accompanying email, give us your permissions, tell us what the picture is, where it was taken, where possible we'll try and give you a credit. Send it to pictureourplace@swale.gov.uk. Right, we're moving on very swiftly. With regards to tourism, one other thing I wanted to mention, the council also provides a tourism, in fact, a general business support service. It has a dedicated business support website. That's Swale Means Business at Swale Borough Council, swale.gov.uk. But any tourism or hospitality businesses, they can indeed apply to us. We can arrange business support for them. We have, through Visit Ken, access to even the hotel inspectors. You know, we have a gentleman who's appeared on the TV. He goes out, visits some of the accommodation providers, anyone that wants looking at going into bed and breakfasts or, you know, holiday parks. So please, there is a free, I repeat that, a free service that's provided by Swale Borough Council with our partners. And if you're looking for business support, please go online to our Swale Means Business website, or indeed contact us via tourism support at swale.gov.uk. Now, we just need to wrap up here. We've got a few contact details for those of you that are listening right at the very beginning, where we were mentioning some of the grants that are still available. Member grants, culture grants and heritage grants, those grant schemes are managed by Brooke Butfield. Her contact details, she's got a phone number which is 01795 417 155 for her grant inquiries, and you can email Brooke, Brooke Butfield, that's all one word, Brooke, BROOKE BUTTFIELD, Brooke Butfield at swale.gov.uk. And for the First World War grants, we've got yet another dedicated email address, because obviously we've been keen to find out about World War I projects as well. And that one, very original, First World War, all one word, First World War at swale.gov.uk. Email that First World War at swale.gov.uk and we will send you a grant application form.
March, as always, thank you very much for coming along once again.
Thank you very much for the time, and please, ladies and gentlemen, get your grant applications in now.